So when you look at this, we could say, well, what drives people to pack up a life and disappear? And I suppose it comes down to the fundamentals of job, income, health, and education, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Good morning, Manas. Mostly what we've seen, that jobs have been the main driver this time. And that's because a lot of people here did not anticipate this happening. The economy seems to be coming along and from a downturn for the previous few years. And this came out as a surprise. So we see now the big employers in town. Emirates Airline is cutting thousands of jobs between pilots, engineers, and others. We see other employers like the hoteliers and so on. They're all cutting jobs because their businesses have all been impacted so much. But also we are seeing pay cuts among companies like Emirates, like Nakheel and Emaar that cut the pay and wages of their employees, and that basically means some families are just not going to be able to make ends meet. And here we see a lot of people, especially people with children, deciding that it's time for them to go back to their home countries. At least there they would be able to, in some countries, be able to get free education and free healthcare.
Zainab, the Chalhoub Group, the luxury retailer, is the latest to cut jobs, 10% of their workforce. Run me through what the government has been trying to do to mitigate the impact of the coronavirus.
The government in the UAE have been really quick to action. They tried to push the banks to help individuals and small business to reschedule loans, give holiday on loans. They told pretty much everyone who lost whose visa expires that they're under no pressure to pack up and leave, and that these visas could be actually extended till the end of the year. They've done a lot to try to help, but so far the stimulus that you saw in Europe that guaranteed the pay of many workers is not part of the packages that have been done throughout much of the Gulf, especially the UAE. And that's affecting a lot of people. In the UAE, we see the expats are the majority of them coming here for jobs. And although many of them will stay for many years, a lot of them, their very livelihood is really connected to their jobs, from life insurance, from health insurance, and so on. And they worry that with the loss of that job, if they get caught, if they get sick or whatever, that would set them back, thousands of dollars.
But then this comes back to the argument about safety nets. And if you want safety nets, that involves a taxation system, which is something which is the very essence of why many people choose to base their businesses and their personal lives here. So it's not a straightforward decision, is it? There's a balance to be had, Zainab. What do you feel, you've spoken to a lot of people, what's the tipping point for the exit?
For a lot of families, it's really coming down to how long they can hold on here without jobs. How long can they wait for the economy? For some, the calculation is very simple. I have children, let's say, and that means soon I'm going to have to commit possibly over 100,000 dirhams to put my kids through another school year, of which I'm not sure that I'm going to be, able to get more money as I get a job, because the economy is not doing so well. And the outlook for oil prices is another factor that is making a lot of people think that the pickup in the economy may not be so soon and may not be so fast, like in 2009, where we saw the economy pick up quickly. But this time, for many people also who don't have that pressure of jobs, of schooling, they're thinking maybe I got a pay cut, my partner still works, or I'm out of a job, my partner still works. We can still hang on for a while. If we go back to the U.S. or other countries where there are a lot of job losses there too, and the economy is reeling, we may be, competing with millions of others who lost their jobs, and it's very unlikely for us to find jobs there. So a lot of people are trying to weigh their options. Some of them will stick it out here for as long as they could, while others will feel that there is no option, that just the amount of money they will have to shell out next year will mean that they can't really stay.